Hi everyone, Sam Izumi for a little commentary on this very obscure beat 'em up called Darkside Story, which is a Korean beat 'em up released in 1995 on PC. I'm currently playing. I am playing this on DOSBox emulator, the game is pretty fun, pretty cool. So I'm gonna try to tell everything that I know about it. And I'm sure there's a lot of secrets that I still don't know about. So the first thing is that our protagonist is called Soo-hee, and she's a happy girl living in a Korean fictional city with her dad. And her dad is a dentist. So the first scene that we have to trigger is here at the capsule machine. We actually spawn a dude that is called a P-Man. P-Mans are aliens coming on the planet, which are represented by the actual creators of the game. So after we get that cutscene, we can go to the office dentist clinic, and we see that the nurse is completely panicked, and she tells us that our dad has been kidnapped, and then she faints, and you can see the patient's still there opening his mouth waiting. It's pretty fun. So Soo-hee is overtaken by emotion, and like in every single fashion beat 'em up style, we have a certain need of justice, and we want to punch everything on our path. So we need to go to this house in order to find the key behind the chair, which opens the first stage of the game. The doors are closed if you don't get that item. So here there is a secret passage that gives us a nice one-up. I mean, it's a one art, so I'll start to explain the menu, the statue screen, which is you can see the health bar down on the left side of the screen, which represent one art. So every time you're down one bar, one art's gonna get off. Then we have an HP meter and an FP meter. So HP stands for hunger points. So we need food in order to replenish that. And FP is just feels point. So it's as long as you don't get it and you keep eating dudes without losing life, the meter will go up. And of course, every bad things that happen to Soo-hee is gonna drop that meter, and both meter drop over time. And later in the game, you're gonna see that it does affect the character. So if she is really down on the meters, she's gonna be mad, and you're gonna see the sprite changing, and you unlock new moves when you get into that statue. And if everything goes up, she unlocks the happy state. And when she's happy, it's something else. You can do very, very powerful moves that deal a lot of damage. So the beginning of the game is pretty straightforward, and enemies doesn't do a lot of damage, and you are pretty strong. You see the health bar of the enemies just drop down very quickly in just 2 combos. But the game's gonna drastically get harder. There is only 4 stages. But the game is about 1 hour to complete. So the first boss here is a sort of cosplay of Clark from King of Fighters, and I'm absolutely sure that they got a lot of inspiration from this series. At least the developers were huge fans of the KOF series, because there is a guest character in it from the game, and a lot of sound effects and voice clips are from KOF. They were gently borrowed by the team. So the first boss is not easy, even if he doesn't have a lot of health. There is still a lot of characters. So the super move that you just saw here and now here is a move that you unlock once you're mad. You can see the portrait, she's pretty mad. So when you grab someone in this state and you press down plus punch, you do that special, and it's only available when she's mad. So now, before we actually destroy that poor man for the reason that she thinks he kidnapped her dad and it wasn't him, we are stopped by the lady living in the house where we found the key. They are actually a couple, and we are like, oh shit. You know, that's basically the comical part of the game. Every action Suhi kind of takes in this game, she does something completely wrong, and it has nothing to do with her father being kidnapped. And it's pretty fun. So for the set of movement, there is only 2 buttons. We have punch and jump. Oh, and this is the secret passage that leads us to Sir Akira Yuki from Virtua Fighter. And the second one is Terry Bogard from King of Fighters series, and he's hidden behind that wall, so to punch that wall, there's the secret passage. We get a secret technique from Akira, and Terry gives us one more art. That's pretty cool. So now we go to stage 2, which is a sort of I don't know. It's kind of like just a warehouse where live a Korean mafia gang. So we think that this guy had something to do with our father being kidnapped. So we're gonna destroy everyone. So here is the only time that I got that right. I got that special move right. So there is a special combination of attack that you can do, and if you hit the right button at the right time, you can get an extended combo with a super move at the end, but it's super complicated to get. I don't understand how you can get that properly, so once you figure that out, I'm pretty sure it's very easy to do, but the problem is to actually figure that out. So you can punch, you have a 4-hit combo with your character on normal states, and you also have a dash attack where you start running, you can do a dash kick, and you have a jump button that does a neutral jump kick attack. You can also do a forward jump kick attack as well. And you can do slide. When people are down on the floor, you can also hit them with that with a jump down kick or a down slide. In order to do the down slide, it's pretty weird. In other games, you think it's something like down plus attack, but here it's down plus jump, which is kind of, sometimes it's a little bit confusing, but it's okay. And then you have the grab moves. You can grab enemies, do knees, 3 total, 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one is actually a finisher that knock them down. But what I just did on screen is a special secret technique that where when you actually grab someone, you can do in normal state you can do it by grabbing someone and pressing down, backward, forward attack quickly, And when you are in happy state, like you can see now, I'm in happy state. My portrait is the girl shows like happiness, and when she walks, she actually sings, and there is musical notes floating in the air, and it's pretty cool that they did that kind of stuff. When you are in this state, the grab special attack is reversed. You have to grab and do down, forward, backward, B, in order. I say B because of Streets of Rage punch, but yeah, punch. I think the controls here are Control Alt and Space Bar, but I mapped that for my PS3 controller because I can't play on keyboard. And what you see right now on screen is P-Man. One of the P-Men appearing on screen. There is a whole bunch of them. There's one with glasses, one with long hair, which is a P-Man that resembles. It's actually me. You have a couple of dudes like that appear on the screen. This one is totally useless. The only thing he does is just doing push-ups. It's just there and do push-ups. It's actually stupid, but it's pretty funny. You have one that you really don't want to see. It's the fat one. The fat P-Man is actually playing against us. If he come on the scene, he actually eats everything on screen. So he can take out your food and health item. So we don't want that. So now that we finish the level, we fight the second boss, which is the mafia gang member, mafia boss. So we beat the shit out of him. It's pretty easy boss. He's not very aggressive, but you'll see the difficulty spike's gonna show up in the next couple of screens, and you'll see how crazy the game can be. So there is little to no iframes in this game, and the way you can absolutely juggle and link pretty much all your techniques together. The bosses and enemies in this game can also do that to you, so they can actually juggle you and deal a lot of damage. So it's actually very scary. This is why I like to have my a good couple of arts. So I guess at this moment it's revealed that our dad has a debt. He had to give money to that guy. So I guess Suhi thinks it's a lot of money, and I'm not sure if he says that here or if she's just beating them up for no reason at all, because we have to see them again. So we get the best backstory ever with the boss. So now it's this area, actually you can go there in the beginning of the game, but I skipped all that part, and we actually enter the difficulty spike of the game, where enemies start being really aggressive and dangerous. So this particular guy is just a guy that throws rocks at us at a distance, so it's just mildly annoying, because every time you try to do some combos or link something smart or think about the technique to do, there is always one guy that's gonna hit you. It's pretty annoying. The reason why I hit the homeless guys that appears on the screen is that sometimes there is an item hidden under them, so I didn't remember which one, so I always check. And be careful, sometimes there is a cockroach under them. I think it's the guy that sleeps next to the sewer that got one. Never eat cockroaches. It really makes her mad. you lose a lot of stats. But here, that's the first really completely shitty screen of the game. So we have the Eddie Goro style character that's breakdancing and doing sick moves. So he got counter like that, wake up counter. He got a supercharged attack where he's just jumping at you, doing multi-hits, juggling you in the air. He's also very fast. So even if you touch him, he's gonna punch you at the same time. So here what I'm trying to do is to group them and do the special attack when I'm in happy state. Here I just lost it, but when you are in happy state, you get some extended move. For example, when you're mad or happy, you can do a 5-hit combo instead of 4 with your neutral punch. Then you can link some special extended attacks while you're happy. For example, you can do a dash attack, the dash kick. If you press punch, just when you land the kick of your dash attack, you do a nice follow-up where you juggle the guys with a double jump kick. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good looking, and it does a lot of damage, so it's a very good attack. You can also have an extended special charge attack. You see me doing that. I do that a lot of time. When an enemy is down on the floor, right there, that's the special dash attack. So you dash and you press special. When you do your special, it's a defensive special, classic defensive special from any type of beat 'em up. It costs health, but it saves you from some situation. Not all of them. When you are like in this moment right now, stun blocked by enemies, there we go. Here I managed to do the defensive special. The startup animation is a little bit long. So the problem is that if enemies are just constantly spamming you, you can't do your special. The best thing to do is either you pray that it ends, or you just try to play shift to avoid any kind of damage. And it's pretty crazy. See, I couldn't even wake up. The guy just destroyed me while I was on the floor. The enemies can just toy with you freely, and it's disgusting. Infuriating. Sorry, but this game is still very cool. I like the enemy variety, and the gameplay is really nice. You have a lot of techniques. So here you see that's the special attack that I do. It's a hidden technique. And while you do that, you do a special extended combo. And if you follow up with attacks, you can do a lot of damage. So once we beat everyone, we go to the house and we talk to that old man. This old man actually tell us where the mafia hideout is. It's in a butchery factory, and we have to go there. Also, as a reward, he gives us full hearts refill and one more heart, which is super nice. So now we can get to the boss sign. If you start the game from the beginning and you don't clear stage 1 and 2, you can't take the boss. You have to talk to that guy and then complete all the stages in order to get that. So we have the crazy Yori style character. She's just scratching you. It's super annoying. These girls are just scratching your back infinitely. It's terrible. See, there is enemies that you can say, yeah, they're not a threat at all. The girls are very annoying. They can cause a lot of problem if you don't manage to kill them. See, for example, here you're completely stunned up the game. So now I'm in happy mode. I guess I'm gonna try to do the dash attack. See, there is a new move that is added at the end of my combos. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that when you do the dash special attack, it's the best attack to deal, it's the best damage when you hit someone on the ground. A down kick, a slide does like 1 or 2 damage points. This attack does kind of like 8 or 10 points. So it's the best damage deal that you can do on an enemy that is on the ground. So this is why I do that a lot, even if it's unsafe, because it does a lot of damage. Will I do the dash attack? Come on, do it! Yes, that's it, that's the one. So if you press, it's kind of like a rhythm game. You have to press exactly at the good moments, good timing. If you do that, you unlock those extended moves. Here you can see that's the special move when you grab someone. And you can see in happy mode that this move changes. She does actually other moves. Kind of like a Kung Fu style attack. She also have the Hakira move when you grab, and I guess it's you have to grab someone and do backward, forward attack, and then you spam attack. And normally she does a sort of special Kung Fu move that looks like Akira's technique. But I totally forgot how to do that one while I was playing. So I did not have that move on video. There is of course other moves that are pretty crazy. If you have played Fight and Rage, she does have the double uppercut that Ricardo does. And it's kind of like the same timing, but I didn't pull that off because I'm not sure how to do it. But she can do that as well. She can pull off that double attack. It's possible to do it. She can also do special variation moves when you land a last hit. But I don't know how to do that. And when you are in happy mode and you do the combo move, you can see if you manage to succeed the extended combo rhythm, you can see her doing like a sort of electric laser attack with her hand, and then she does a somersault. That means that you succeed that extended move. For the neutral mode, I guess it's just I guess she's just doing the uppercut. She does the special dragon attack, I guess. So this little object gives you 1 heart. That's an extend. I don't think it refills all your health. I think it's 50%. It gives you 50% back. If I'm not mistaken. The only health item that gives you all your HP back are the medic box. There's some medic box sometimes. Oof, 1 more heart. Oh, and there we go. That's the bad one. Look at that. It just comes and starts eating everything on the floor. So here we took all the health items, so it's actually okay. The only way to stop him from eating stuff is just to punch him. You have to punch him. Yeah, like that. So yeah, you don't want to see that guy. And I can tell you for sure, because it happened to me, this guy can come on the very first boss, for example, and just eat all the food. so it can spawn during boss, and you'll see another one. I was pretty lucky on that run. I got a lot of them. Sometimes they don't even show up in your run, so I was pretty lucky to get 3 of them. If I remember, so far I got 3. Yeah, I got the cool one for the boss fight. The cool one is the one that has that anime hairstyle. It does look like a hero, stereotypical hero, and the thing that he does is he actually fight with you. He does a charge punch attack. It's pretty cool. So now we are at the Mafia hideout, and we want him to tell us where our dad is. So if he owns money to the Mafia, she doesn't care. She doesn't give a fuck. She's gonna destroy that guy and force him to release the dad in question. So yeah, most of the boss fights are pretty alright. This one is alright as well, but a lot of the difficult part comes with the fact that the bosses have a lot of super backup. They got a lot of enemies around that are very annoying. Oh yeah, and don't even think about killing all of them, because they spawn infinitely. As far as I tried to get rid of them, like I was at wave 4, and I was like, fuck it. They keep on coming, and it's even worse because it's always higher grade enemy types that comes and join the fight. So you better stick with the easy ones. For example, here we have 2 very slow enemy types. So as long as the boss doesn't get next to them or very close to them, you can actually fight the boss without actually caring about enemies around. They're pretty slow, it doesn't react. Yeah, here you can see every combos leads to something that gets you hit. It's pretty crazy. And that little guy is missing all his punches. But you'll see at the end he'll do the job. Look at that. Just punch that dude on the floor. And bam! See that? Now he's just off screen trying to kill the boss. Push him. Let's go. Go back. Go back. Come on. Fight the boss. Come on. Bam! And here you hear the noise. So he actually hit the boss out of the screen. Now I'm like, is he coming back? The fuck? Sometimes the AA is just, I don't know. I don't really know how they track you. It's pretty weird. It seems like they are tracing what the path you were taking. Like here I did the whole turn. I was down the screen. I go all the way up and then I move on the right. And you see the boss joins the screen and does exactly the same movement that I just did on screen. So I think they are kind of tracking you like that, but it's very weird. So now we explain why our dad owns him money, which is not even a lot. It's just a couple of bucks because he was in the toilet and he needed paper. So the mafia boss guy gives him money. This is actually my favorite part of the game. I love how she's freaking out after that. So he wasn't even the guy that took all that. So he just owed him a couple of bucks. No big deal. So let's continue. And now it's where the difficulty spikes goes from hard to just fucking bullshit. Now you deal absolutely no damage to people, and they just throw a shit ton of enemies at you. So they begin pretty nasty because they throw you the breakdancer multiple times. those guys, oh my god, look at that. I can't even wake up and they just juggle me like I'm a fucking noob. So here I'll just exploit a lot of that technique, because you can't really grab them, because every time you try to do something to one guy, there is 4 other dudes that will just aggro on you, fucking destroy you. And it was only it was the 3rd time attempt playing this game. I haven't played a lot of this game yet, so that was my first time completing the game, and that was the 3rd try. And the 2 tries before, I went to the final boss and game over. So that's the part that hurts in this game. So you see, you get a lot of health. But the problem is, the moment you die, you fucking game over, and it's over. you don't have continues, you don't have checkpoints in the game. It just ends. You die, you get a game over screen, and you're back at the beginning of the game. So that's pretty nasty. And I was very salty because I died on the final boss 2 times on my 2 first tries. And it was just because of stupid health management for the first one, because it was the first time I did it, so I was kind of lost. I didn't know how to fight the boss, and he's pretty broken. And the second time I got killed because of the fucking moves that was just with the boss. I did a super giant combo that did a lot of damage to the final boss, and the enemy just sneaked behind me and bitch slapped me and then died. I was so salty. So this is why you're gonna see me play extra safe against the final boss, because I didn't want it to lose for the 3rd time. But yeah, after that mixed screen, you get a screen full of muscle dudes and fat dudes. This guy's got a shit ton of health. Yeah, it takes a while to kill them. I won't skip any bits of the video. I just want to comment over all the file. But I'll also upload on YouTube a non-commentary version, so you can see everything without commentary and the actual game sound boosted. I don't remember if there is a down attack in this game. I don't think so. I guess I'm mixing with another Korean video that I am actually trying to play. I'll do another video too in order to show you that you can play. There is a secret character that you can play in this game for 1 stage, but you have to respect a certain order of the story. So, like, the order that I just did wasn't good to actually get that character, but I'll do a video and show how to get it. His name is Kavchi, and he's a neighbor. He's just chilling in the neighborhood, and he's actually on top of the screen. There is a secret screen that you can get by going all the way on the top, and he's chilling over there. But you really need to do everything in order to. You have to do specific triggers in order to get him to join you. Otherwise, he'll just tells you to fuck off, and you can't play. As you can see now, the screen are filled with crazy enemy types. There's a lot of them. Thank God there is fair amounts of food and items around, so I can still survive, because you don't want to be down on health, because the sewer part, which is the last level, is the hardest level in the game. It got the worst enemy type. It got powerful enemies, because they do a lot of damage to you. And there is actually two bosses. There is a boss before the final boss, so yeah, you have to be prepared. Oh, and not to mention that this last stage is a fucking labyrinth. So you have to be prepared. And I actually drew a map of that shit. It's the first time I played it, I went pretty much on every wrong part of it. So I didn't want it to just be lost. But luckily, when you record all your gameplay, you can go back and just watch and say, yeah, okay. Instead of going right, you go up and you go left, and then you know where to go. That's way much easier. It's the first time, it's just hell. I had no life, poor health management. I goes to the boss and then the final boss, and I was like, ah, fuck it, I'm dead. Also, there is a lot of... it feels like the game was not properly finished, because they wanted to add a lot of story elements. I mean, there is a lot of RPG elements in it. You can talk to basically everyone in town, and their dialogue change post Dad's disappearance and after it. And then there is another set of dialogue when you come back to the city at this point, when you just beat up the mafia and go back in town. There is a new set of dialogue with every single people living in this town. I haven't translated the dialogue, but I might try to do that with my tablet, but I don't know. But that's always interesting. There is, for example, you can see your friend's house. It's just it's the first house when you change screen after the clinic. You can see her parents in the living room, and then you can enter her in her bedroom, and she's talking to you on the first one. And if you go instantly in this area instead of stage 1 and open the door and stuff, when you come back to the city, you have a cutscene when you see her at the same capsule machine getting one capsule out and then leave the screen. And when you go in her bedroom after that and you talk to her, she just tells you to fuck off, and you're locked out of her room and you can't join her again. I don't understand what she's saying, but that's a pretty interesting thing that happens in the game. You can, like in this playthrough, you can completely skip that kind of stuff, and that's pretty weird. It doesn't change the story at all, because there's nothing special happening on that part. But yeah, that's pretty interesting to see that they were trying to do some stuff like that. So last stage is the sewer, so we go here and we talk to the P-Man, the main P-Man, that is crying and tells us his backstory. I guess he lost his girlfriend. They got attacked by an evil dude. He looks like Edward Scissorhand for some reason. I have no idea why, but there we go. And there is a P-Man from the future that is called Pestman, if I'm right. And this guy is the final boss, test man got a very bad breath. Yeah, he just transformed us into a pea girl for a little moment. That's a little gag that happened, but apparently this guy might be the one that this evil guy might be the one that kidnapped our dad. And there is a short appearance of myself in the game. I just come in and come out. So, okay, this is me in the game. So yeah, after that couple of dialogue, you get to the sewer level. Ready to fight mutants now. So this mutant here is pretty easy. It's like all the simple enemy type. It doesn't have a lot of health, so you can actually combo them pretty easily. They are easily grabbable as well. You can grab them very easily. They don't fight back. So there is no problem with that. So the first couple of screens are pretty easy. Oh, god damn it. So yeah, here I got the special. Oh, I lost the happy state, so now it's just the normal one. Oh no, I did the special one. Oh, I'm still in the happy state. Okay, I was confused because the portrait is almost losing it. So I'm at the point I'm close to lose it. So now I lost it, but I still had it. So you saw the combo failed on the first one, and the second one I did was a success. So I did the electrical thing, so it worked. But I'm still not very good at doing this shit because it seemed to be very precise. Also, if you go in the option, it's in Korean, but it's pretty straightforward. You can, when you press start, I think it's sharp on escape on the keyboard. The first menu bar is the sound, the music of the game. Sound effects are the second bar, and the third bar is the speed of the game. So if you crank up everything to the maximum, the game runs like if your emulator is going crazy and you go full multiple frames per second, so it's actually unplayable because it's too quick. So I always go down 2 bar instead of 3, so the game is running at normal speed. So yeah, it's more playable. And then you have a quit button. So now we are fighting the most annoying enemy in the whole game. They got that automatic bitch slap attack when you approach them. So you only try to, and it does a lot of damage too. So you want to avoid that at any cost and try to touch them by spamming your punch and hoping that they just move up. So once we go, yeah, I'm gonna tell you the labyrinth's order. So when you enter the level, you go forward, and then the first couple of screens that you can take, you go up, and then you go left, then you go up, and then you go right, and then you go straight forward. You don't go up, and you are at the boss. So here is at this point now, it's just straightforward, and we're gonna see the final mutant version, which is a very fucking annoying enemy. He's fast. He can throw fireballs at you. It's kind of like a mix of every dude that we had in the game. He can throw fireballs, quick attack you. I guess he does have a wake-up attack as well. It's a very annoying enemy. This one is also very annoying. So they will put with the final boss one of this dude and one of the final mutants, and that's the worst part of the final boss fight. I mean, the final boss is pretty easy, you can stun lock him, but with enemies like that around, it's just hell. It's pure hell. Because every time you land one single hit on the guy and you're like, yes, I'm gonna do the combo or do something, bam, the enemy is just slowly walking behind you and just attacks you and let the boss out. And once the boss is free, the boss juggles you with a special that just takes out 2 hearts and you're like, fuck. So it's pretty crazy. So that's the last screen before the boss, and you can see here it's already very complicated. Yeah. See how easily blocked I got. So now I'm gonna reach for one more health. The little bottles gives you one more health bar. So this is the technique to be safe. This is the technique that I do a lot. Is I just keep the best health item as long as I can. Here I kind of wanted to be mad. Having the mad states is pretty cool because you can do the dragon attack, which does a lot of damage to them. But the problem is my hunger was still pretty high. You can see they have so much health. It's so long to kill them right now. It's kind of like the very bullshit part of the game. It's the only moment you start thinking, shit, they really fuck up here. And yeah, I think I might be right about that health item. It's 50% of your health that comes back. And as you can see, if you do the full hard code, the cheat code that gives you full health at the beginning of the game, you have to type in the commands while you launch the game on DOSBox. You have to type Darkside, and then you do a space bar. You do a space, and then you write all in Maj. You write full energy, and you took an hour bars, and that's the code for having full health. And funny enough, there is a missing heart. Like you can see them highlighted. There's 3, 6, 7, so 14 heart you can see. But actually in the game there is only 13. So if you do the full energy code, you're gonna have 13 heart instead of 14. So I don't know where is that last heart. I have no idea where it is. I think I've talked to pretty much everyone in town. Maybe I missed someone in the second town, in the second part of the town where there is the sewer and the warehouse. But I don't know. Or maybe there is an item in the labyrinth that gives you one more heart. I don't know. I have to check that out. But yeah, I only missed one, so it's okay. Also, you can spot the portal from the ending of the game, where the aliens come from. It's just behind the water in the very first stage. You have a dot on the ground, and it just tells you where the secret passage is. You just have to hold up, and then you get behind the waterfall, and then there is the alien portal there. But there is no significant item that you can get, so yeah. So now we fight the last boss before the final boss, which is our friend in question. So apparently our friend got some sort of turning into evil guy thing. I don't know. And she's apparently a Super Saiyan now. It's pretty weird. She does have Suhi's moveset with some special move added. She got some custom flying jump knee attack, which is super annoying for one reason. Sometimes it can hit you even if you play shift. Right? It's really annoying. Of course, you have 2 fat mutants with her, which is really annoying as well, and you have to wait a lot. Oh, maybe she'll do. No, she doesn't do it. So here I tried to do the special, but I took too much time to input the directions. So yeah, some bosses can break your grab if you wait too long. So you have to knee them and do the input really fast. And of course my PS3 D-pad is completely muddy. So I passed the wall run raging because I miss one time out of 2 every time I try to do that move. Oh, the juggle. Oh, I guess it's here. Yeah, she does the knee here, but I didn't got it. So you can see there is the full health recovery, so I kept it. But I know that you can lose a lot of health if you don't do it. I didn't even want to eat the boss on the ground because I was too scared to actually get hit by the mutants. I played that extra safe. And here I'm like, oh, 2 health left. Gotta get my full health. I'm too scared about being like... It can happen. Like, the boss can just juggle you to death. Having the mutant just slapping you mid-air, doing enough damage to finish you off or something like that. That's terrible. That can happen. That can definitely happen in this game. Even the multi-hit is kind of weird. For example, the very first boss, the Clark boss, does a slide. If the slide touches you, let's say it does like 30 damage. One time I fought him, and I was in such position that he did triple the damage with that move on me. I had no idea why, but it did, and it was devastating. So now, for some reason, we give her something to hit, and it actually cures her, and she's not a Super Saiyan anymore, and then she starts crying and run away. So I don't really know what's happening, but it's okay. We get to fight the final boss, Mr. Pestman. So I profit of the boss introduction that wait certain amounts of frames before being active to just attacking right away. So this boss is a pain in the ass. He can throw 1, 2 or 3 rocks at you when he's far away from you. He can do that punch attack that does a lot of damage. He have a special move that deals a lot of damage. He got that kick combo that you can only avoid the last hit by plane shifting. And of course, on top of that, you have the annoying slap mutant with the annoying fireball mutant. So, good luck. So my game plan is to get as much heart as possible in this level and try to kill one of the mutants. So the easiest to kill is the one that throws fireballs, because he's just coming at me quicker. The other one is really weird. He's always chilling, and then when you start attacking someone else, he just sneaks up on you and attacks you, which can be also very annoying sometimes. The beginning of that fight is pretty bad. Like, I get hit a lot of time by that dash punch from the boss. And you can see you do absolutely no damage to this guy. Here I got stupid again. I attacked the enemy and the boss just woke up faster. The boss stayed down for a long time if you don't attack him on the floor. But if you do the ground move, they instantly get back up. So here I got him stun locked. So if there was no mutant here, I would have stun locked him to death. The problem is every time you start doing that, this enemy is just sneaking up on you and tries to slap you. So here you can see he was back again. So there was no way I could get the boss set up. So the kick again. Here I got him. I know I'm gonna get it here. There is a chance I can get here. I didn't got it. I was lucky. I did that fast enough. Sometimes you just do that. You do the ground attack and bam. See, he just comes and slaps you instantly. It's a lot of damage too. Oh my god. Yeah, I started to sweat again here. I knew this time I could finish the boss because I had a lot of health and I know the patterns. So there's only bullshit that can break my plans. Here I got a little cocky. I tried to hit the boss. If you double hit, if you manage to hit the boss or the enemy and the enemy hit back and you just double hit, just go away. You will most likely never ever win the trade. There is always the initiative is always on the enemy side. It's pretty crazy. So never try to trade attacks with an enemy or a boss. Okay, here this motherfucker stand right in front of me when I wanted to do the ground attack. It's pretty annoying. So there I saw that my hunger points was getting pretty low. So I was like, yeah, I can try to grab the boss and do the special dragon attack, because that do a lot of damage. So he's almost dead. I think that's gonna be easy, but bam! I get hit by the punch. I get blocked by the monster. If I just stand up, I would get hit twice by the boss. So I had to take that hit from the mutant. So now he's pretty much dead, but I have 3 hearts left. Now I start sweating. Like, no, please game, don't do that to me now. Gonna get you. Even the boss AA was really bad at that point. You can see it gets really bad. Like, it just got inside my hitbox every time. So now I'm down to 2 hearts. Now I'm getting mad. Now I'm really getting mad. I'm like, fuck it. Because normally what the bosses do is they aggro instantly and go in front of you so you can punch them, or they get behind you because you are punching on the right, so they are like, oh, you're punching on the right, I go on the left. So that's pretty much what you are trying to you are trying to bait the boss. But every time I try to bait him on one side, you can see that the boss gets inside my hitbox and just chooses at the last second to go on the other side. So I'm getting fucked by RNG. And now it's getting really dangerous. I have almost no health left, and you can see that boss can kill me in 2 hits. Finally the boss decided to aggro normally at the end, and I got him. So that's the end of the game. But wow, what a bad series of events for that fight. It was really, really annoying. So now we get the ending. So Pestman and Suhi got interrupted by someone. And all the P-Mans joined the scene. There's me. I got interviewed by that presentator, the hungry guy. So apparently this theater scene it's a spoof from a Korean TV theater show that aired on TV in Korea. And then I guess it's his mom that appear, his mother. I don't know. It's kind of weird ending. But everything is falling down, so we have to run. So we get out of the sewer. The pest man is just normal man now. So it wasn't him that got his dad. So now all the P-Man's gonna get back on their planet. So the guy with the glasses gets punched. Fat dude is sad. This guy is retarded. Apparently. So I guess it's his twin brother. And there's me. I just try to, every time I see a Korean girl, I'm like that. It's normal. Try to, get a little charm, apply a little charm on her. So the last one go for the hug, but she's like, whoa, calm down. There we go. We see the girl that we found in this secret passages was the girl in the story. It was his girlfriend. So yeah, that's cool. Happy ending for everyone. So now we just say goodbye to Pestman. We're like, fuck. So where's Dad now? So here, it was my first time completing the game, so I actually went like 5 minutes in my video talking to everyone, seeing if there is something special that I missed or some new stuff. So what you just have to do is just go back home, and once you get down, your dad was just there. Just get out of his room, and he's like, "Why are you crying, girl?" And that's the ending. And that was Darkside's story. So overall, it's a very interesting game again. I really liked the ideas, like the hunger points, the HP stuff, the fields meter, the way they handled the 3 statues of the Suhi, where she can just change her attacks according to that. There's a lot of combos and stuff that you can do, and stuff that I still don't know how to do correctly, because it's pretty fucking hard. You can juggle enemies with dragon attack. There is a special grab move. There is 2 other combo types attack that you can do that I didn't pull out. But yeah, if you mix all of that, the game starts super strong, like really strong, enjoyable, nice. And then the first difficulty spike is like a fair difficulty spike. Like you can see that the game kind of gets silly because the enemies can juggle you and stuff. But you're like, yeah, but I have a lot of health, it's okay. But then you hit the sewer part and you're like, oh my fucking god, what the fuck is this shit? And then the whole game just falls flat after that. So I'm kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like a 6 or 7 out of 10 because the end of the game is really, it's not that. It wasn't that amazing at the end. I don't cry about the fact that there is no weapon, but I will complain about the fact that we don't have much interaction with other characters or secret bonuses. See, even seeing Akira and Terry are pretty weird. They're just there. It's a shame that the game doesn't have much stuff. I wish it had more. But yeah. So that was Darkside story commentary. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and see ya next time. Bye bye.